this now, this present moment appears to be the only thing that is, because there is no past, there will be no future, there is only this present moment. This present moment is the only thing that is. And it's not true, because also this present moment is not real and is not happening. And the concept of the now allows the character still to grasp some kind of logical behavior of this appearance of a world. So the character finds comfort. Okay, there is no timeline, there is no past and future or space, but there is this moment, and this is what is truly, really happening, and inside it everything happens. When Simcha comes to describe the truth of what is, she tries and she uses the word now and this moment and this present moment as the only thing that is. And it's compromise, because it's not. This moment, this present moment, also does not exist and is not real. Nothing is what it seems to be. This includes this present moment. When we say this present moment, and there is only this present moment, something immediately happens. The thing that happens is you create past and future in the same breath, because it comes by comparison. There is only this moment. There are no other dimensions of time, but still, this moment becomes time. It becomes the eternal moment within itself. Still, it can be perceived as a moment, as something in time. Maybe it's the only thing in time, but it is still time. So this great liveness that is represented by the present moment is perceived as something. And then the mind that tries to comprehend the truth of what is, what this great mystery is, finds comfort, finds an answer, and rests inside the answer. Okay, this is now. Now is the only thing that is, and there is something. The mind wants to know that there is something. And this something is this moment. And inside this moment, everything happens. It's a closed system of the past and the future, and every scenario possible, or every parallel universe, everything happens inside this present moment. And this is what the character believes, that this moment so is the only thing that is. But when we try to describe the natural state of what truly is, we have to let go of this belief also. And when I say we have to let go of the belief, I truly don't mean for people to try to forcefully convince themselves that it is true, that there is nothing, that they are nothing, because trying to force yourself to understand this great truth can lead you to insanity. So the appearance of now seems very, very real, because this is the only thing that happens around you and through you. And because it is the only thing, it becomes an experience of an experiencer, which is the character, and the whole thing gets some kind of meaning. The seeker, or I guess any person would not want to think that there is no meaning, a special meaning, or that this thing is emptiness, nothingness, that even this now does not exist, even this now is not happening, is not real, has no realness in it. The mind doesn't want to believe this because it's a stretch, like you cannot grasp that there is nothing, nothing at all. How can this be? And if there is nothing, who is the one who perceives that there is nothing? So trying to force yourself into understanding this truth may cause insanity because it's too wild to comprehend in the usual way of thinking. It's impossible. But if we can offer this truth as something to think about, something to contemplate, something that maybe someday will click and there will be an understanding, but it has to be an understanding that comes from within the character and is natural for its growth. To see this truth through the character, to realize truth through the character, it's the only way. And trying to understand this nothingness or force yourself to believe that you are nothing when you clearly perceive that you are something is not recommended. Better just to play with the thought. And I always recommend play with this thought. Play with it. Juggle with it. See what it makes you feel. Don't commit to it, because committing to it just by the will of the wanting to believe it is dangerous. You can lose track of what is normal right now, and what you perceive as yourself right now as a separate character is what's normal. So we have to be very balanced and normal in order to get to this insane, unbelievably crazy state. So as mental exercise, food for thought, just as a mind game, don't commit to this truth before you know it directly, but still I offer the concept of nothingness, of taking away even the present moment from you, even this comfort of, okay, we are nothingness or oneness, and it's all represented by this present moment, and this present moment is happening. No. So when you say, and many mindfulness practices offer to connect to the moment, connect to the present moment, suggesting that the present moment is the thing itself, and then you connect to it and become one with it, with the present moment. And this is true in some level, because of course as a character it's mentally healthy not to live in the past, not to be afraid of the future, and just be in the present moment with what the present moment offers you to do, and to act in the most official way you can inside the present moment and commit to the moment. It's very healthy for the character. It does not mean that if you are inside the present moment that this is it, that you are the present moment, that you become everything. It means that the character connected to the present in this timeline, and that it's more focused, and it's attuned, and synchronized, and everything is much, much better when you are connected to the moment. But when you want to climb this unexistent stairway to, I don't know, stairway to enlightenment, the next step is the understanding that there is no one that connects to the present moment. No one connects to anything. The present moment is not something. You are not someone. And this whole thing is not happening. And what is happening is not what a mind of a human being can perceive. A mind of a human being is programmed in such a way that it can perceive only the appearances of is and isn't. There is something, there is not something. And it cannot perceive the ultimate emptiness of the state, which is truly such a vacant place, an unexisting place. And it sounds so scary. Without meaning, without purpose, without existence, no one is existing. And nothing is happening. And it's empty. And it's like a vacuum. It's like a black hole. What good is it? And where is all the beauty inside humanity and everything we see around us? So this is not, it doesn't sound like a very tempting offer. But the truth is that it is a state of total bliss and excitement, total aliveness, total expression within this nothingness. It is the greatest comfort. It is the greatest remedy. It's the greatest, most powerful, immense, undescribable, unattached love beyond any description of how wonderful it is. But when you try to describe it, you have to use these words because they are the closest to what is. The unrealism of the moment, of the now, is the final step in just parting from the illusion. What happened to the character Simcha almost 6 years ago is the realization that nothing ever happened before or will, and in the present moment, and there is no one who will know that ever. It's so confusing because she is sitting here and trying to explain. So why are you sitting and trying to explain? And why does it sound like it matters to you that we understand? Of course, it doesn't matter for Simcha if someone will understand her or not, because you do not exist as well as she is not existing. So why should she care if you will understand or not? You do not exist. This whole thing doesn't care. But he doesn't care, we don't care in the most wonderful way of caring. It is a great paradox. We don't care in the highest caring way. This is why you will call it a paradox. For me, it's very logical. The whole thing. Why to explain something to someone who does not exist? And why speak when you know that you are not speaking and nothing really happens? Why do that? This is the paradox. So now, it appears to be that there is a character named Simcha. She's sitting in this purple chair, and the sun hits her very hardly now, and she is explaining that she's not explaining. Wonderful. It's an appearance of an idea of a woman who explains something. This is it. There is a difference between expression and experience. Most characters will believe that they are someone, so they will have an experience of what is, and this thing itself is only an expression detached from any experiencer, so there is no experience, only what happens, which is an expression of trying to explain, an expression of sun, an expression of war, of love or hate, an expression of purple chairs. This is an expression of a chair. It's not a chair. It can never be a chair. It can never be anything. It's not a, it has no realness in it. Only the idea of a purple chair. We express together a purple chair. Wow. This is one of these endless expressions. And there is nothing real about any of the expressions, any of them. And the present moment is no exception to this rule of nothingness. It's not that there is nothingness which is condensed into this one moment in which this present moment everything is. No. It's only the appearance of this present moment. It's only the appearance of what is. It's never something that has any existence, materialistic existence on a timeline. There is no present moment. There cannot be. So it's kind of a mind game, and I recommend just using it as a mind game and trying to comprehend that this nothingness is not what you think of when you think about nothingness. It's all nothingness, and it's a blessed nothingness. It's beautiful. It's beyond the game. Connecting to the present moment is blessed, because each time the character, you, will connect to your life in an immediate kind of way, in a spontaneous kind of way, one that acknowledges what's happening around her and just acting inside it and not investing this mind chatter about what will be or what was, and just acting freely inside the moment. This is blessed movement, but the true meaning of this present moment is different, and I suggest not to be misguided or to believe something that is wrong, to believe that this moment is the only thing, because it appears to be the only thing. This is exactly what is the hook of the illusion. Just something. Give me something. One thing, and then I will build everything around it, and it will be okay. So people and seekers, they can release everything, but not this thing, not this present moment, because otherwise nothing will be left. And this state is all or nothing, everything in you, like in a casino. You take all your chips, you leave not single one. You bet on the whole thing. You must bet the highest bet you can. Give everything you have in order to win with this grand prize. So this means that you have to let go of all your beliefs about this reality. And again, it is a process. It can be done only by you in a gradual kind of way, and never by force, never just by convincing yourself that it's true. You can hear these words, you can enjoy them, just don't let them play with your mind too much. You will lead yourself in a healthy way to this state. You must reach this state by yourself, not because I said so or some book said so, that this is nothingness. You must gently lead yourself into this state, be this state, by knowing yourself.